JSB6803 Productions. Today we're going to be working in the connected home and we're going to be talking about Amazon dash buttons. Pretty quick video today, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about the products that we've found to be very, very helpful in our lives. And so first I'm just going to show you very quickly a close-up what they look like, and then kind of in the app where you would do your programming. I don't have a new one to program, otherwise I'd step you through it, but it really is very simple. It's all you're doing is connecting a little button to your Wi-Fi, and then you need to identify what product on that button you want to order every time you push it. So pretty straightforward, but what we'll do is we'll get into that and I'll show you that, and then we're going to come back here and I'm just going to talk you through how we made dash buttons work for our family. Alright, we're going to talk a little bit about dash buttons, Amazon dash buttons. This is an example. This is our Pop-Tart Amazon dash button. They come with this black ring around so you can hang them. Oh, sorry. They come so with that black ring around so you can hang it. That pops off easily if you don't want that or don't need it. They also come with sticky on the back to stick it on a wall. Now for some reason, this specific one, all of our other ones stick really well. This one doesn't. So I'm going to wind up putting some different tape on that, but no big deal. But we'll talk about what they do in the next little segment. I just want to quickly show you how you set one up. This effectively comes to you from Amazon, obviously. But if you open up the Amazon app and you go to basically just the menu, your dash buttons, and you can add one, you can settings, you can organize, you can see that they're actually electronic as well. Yeah, phone's about to run out, but so yeah, it's interesting to see what all the different things you have here. Alright, and these aren't even all ours, they're just, some of them are just suggested based on a purchase I made at one point. But you can go in and when you set it up, you have to hook it up to your network, and then you also have to select which product you want ordered when you hit the button. And so you have to do that for each of your dash buttons. And there are usually multiple products. You know, for example, our Gatorade, there's several different flavor packs you can get. And there's all sorts of different Gatorade products that we could set up to our dash button. So I just wanted to see a close-up of that, where I'm going to talk about how we use dash buttons in the next segment, and how we made them make sense for us. Because to be honest, there's a lot of people that struggle with, are they just frivolous? Are they, you know, are they worth it or not? But we'll talk about them in the next segment. Alright. Alright, so we're back. I know that was kind of simplistic, very quick, and I know it didn't really have tons of content there, but you should be able to figure it out from there. The instructions that come with them are great. But so let me just walk through how we made them work. Because when we originally ordered one, we kind of almost did it as a joke, to kind of act like we were the Jetsons. So that's kind of what we were thinking. But then we made a couple adjustments here at home by creating an area in our storage room for like overstock of some items. And we started to realize that dash buttons work really well for things that for us, they work really well for things that you don't normally put on your weekly shopping list. That you might only buy once a month or once every 2 months or something to that effect, or even less frequently. It also works really well for things that you constantly either run out of or forget. So for us, those categories, by creating an overflow area in our storage room, we made it work for us. And I think we have like 15 now or something like that. So we have a bunch of them. So what we did is create this overflow area, and when we pull the last product off, because we use them wherever in the house. So let's say paper towels. We have paper towels upstairs. You know, we don't go through those quicker than 2 days, which is as long as it takes for these products to be delivered from Amazon. So let's say that we're out of paper towels upstairs, we come down and we pull the last one off the shelf down here in our overstock area. At that point, we would hit the button and it would automatically order the ones that we want, that we've associated with that button, and it would automatically order it, charge it to whatever card or whatever bank account we have set up with Amazon, and then, you know, almost all the products are Prime, and so it would be here 2 days later, and we just restock those shelves. Meanwhile, we use that last one up in the kitchen. Like I say, 2 days later, paper towels show up and we have another 8 rolls. So we do that with several products. We do that with toilet paper and paper towel, and we do that with cat food. We actually have sunflower seeds for our baseball, because we do a lot of baseball, both regular season and travel season. And we have Gatorade. We have the Airwick air freshener things, the refills. We have Pop-Tarts, and we have a couple other ones. But Gillette razors, that's actually a good one too, because we don't get those very often. Well, I guess I shaved recently, but we don't buy them very often, so we often forget them at the store. So it's helped us. And that system of always having one on the shelf, and then when we pull the last one to put in regular use, we hit the button, that's worked really well for us. So we used to run out of things like cat food, great one. We actually, we give our cats, we have 4 of them, dry food and wet food. And so we got 2 buttons, one of them for the dry food and one of them for the wet food. Now we used to run out all the time, and you'd have a half a day or maybe even a full day of the cats just meowing at you and hating you because you haven't fed them. So that used to be a somewhat regular occurrence for us. And since we got these buttons though, it's never happened again. So again, we order, you know, 8 bags of cat food at a time. And when we pull that last bag of dry food, we hit the button and it restocks 2 days later. In the meantime, it takes us more than 2 days to get through a bag of dry. Same thing for the wet cans. Comes in like a 12-pack of cans or something like that. So we hit the button. Whenever we pull actually that 18-pack, we have an 18-pack on the shelf at all times. It's 18 or 12, sorry. When we pull that to bring it upstairs, then we hit the button, restock. So there's a lot of people that have a hard time understanding how the dash button is going to work for their family. That's how we made it work for us, and it worked so well we ordered a bunch more. Now, so let's talk about that real quick, price-wise and how it works. They're $4.99. When you get that and you make your first order from that button, you get $4.99 off that order. So effectively, it's free. Obviously, it's a button that makes you order through Amazon, and it's good for Amazon because you're always using them, but big deal. I will say that probably you do have to be a little careful of the products that you have tagged to these, because they're either going to be equal to the store or maybe a little bit more. But in one case, we were buying double the cost. Our kids wanted a specific flavor pack of Gatorade, and so I just signed up for it. I didn't even look at the price. It was like 15 bucks, where all the other flavor packs of, you know, same quantity, they were $8.99. And so I made that mistake like once or twice. But for the most part, they're pretty close. But they probably are a little bit more expensive than, say, if you go to your local grocer. For us, that's Meijer's. But I have to tell you, there's a convenience factor that it makes a big difference to me. If we forget one thing at Meijer's, let's say we forget toilet paper and have to go back, I've just thrown that whatever the extra cost is that I might be ordering through Amazon, I just threw that away in gas without a problem. So for us, there's a convenience factor, and always knowing that we have it here. We're not going to run out. So that's a great thing for us. So again, just Amazon dash buttons. We really have figured out how to make them work for us. But what I would recommend to anybody is to just order one and see if they can figure out how to make it work for them. Is it worth it? Is it not? But I think you just to create a little strategy, within your own family for it and make it happen. So that's really it. It's a pretty simple video, and if I helped you out, if I helped you out at all, then please hit like. We got a lot more connected home and home handyman coming, and so please subscribe if you want to see any of that stuff. And feel free to share this on social media if you have talked to someone that mentioned dash buttons and they were skeptical or anything. Hey, share it with them. It might make a difference. So, all right. Until next time, we'll see you.